Hi, I'm Veronica. I'm a somatic yoga teacher and a yoga mythbuster. And today the question is yoga a sect? Now, it might sound a weird question, but a large section of Polish society considers it quite valid. There might be people that would never even think of coming to a yoga class just because they heard from some circles of the Catholic Church that they might, in result, convert into Hinduism, or even that their soul might be taken by the devil. Now, I know that it sounds a bit off the top. However, the problem of yoga cults and cult-like organizations in the yoga world is real. So there have been a lot of scandals during Me Too movement regarding some very famous yoga names and also some gurus that you might not have heard of. So most famously, Bikram Choudhury, who was the founder of Hot Yoga, had quite a few court cases for sexual abuse and rape. And there were similar stories coming up regarding the gurus that now passed away. For example, Swami Vishnudevananda of the Shivananda style and Swami Satyananda Saraswati of Satyananda Yoga. And last but not least, there was Swami Nityananda, that's an Indian guru who had to flee the country, again because of those rape allegations. Now, even there haven't been some accusations regarding the sexual abuse, gurus might exert their power and violence on their followers in other ways. For example, B.K.S Iyengar, who also passed away, the founder of modern postural yoga, was known for shouting at his students and sometimes even for beating them. The other way of abusing the power in these cult-like organizations that center around a living guru or a dead guru is using seva, which means service, or karma yoga, which means yoga of action, as a form of free labor. So basically the follower would be asked to use his time, his resources, his talents for volunteering at the center so that the organization can run smoothly. However, all those organizations make pretty decent money, just like any other yoga school. They charge for yoga classes, they charge for teacher training courses, which kind of make you think where all this money go to that were saved through this free labor. And I can give you an example of that. I actually have a very good friend who was in clutches of this kind of organization centering around the living guru. She used to spend all of her free time and give lots of herself into that center in London. And at the same time, she would be rebuked or put down for choosing to teach yoga classes as her job, as she would be told that this is not ethical, ironically. And every time that she would try to challenge whatever was happening within that organization, she would be simply told that it's her ego talking and that she should be submissive towards her guru. Now, this kind of organizations that have a little bit of a cult-like structure mostly either operate within India or originated from India. And they are actually a minority of the yoga scene at the moment. So in vast majority of cases, you would be taught by a teacher who would simply pass on his or her knowledge regarding the postures or the breathing, or maybe give some advice how to make your life more mindful. However, there would be no strict dogma behind it. So I would really advise you to stay away from all those guru-led organizations. And I know that you might be particularly drawn to yoga because of its spiritual aspect, that you would perhaps like to gain liberation or enlightenment. However, just think for a moment whether these gurus can really help you with that, and maybe they are more after fame, power, or money instead. So if you would like to find a guru, most probably that's gonna be the one that is not famous, that you've never heard of. I think that sometimes this idea that people are being brainwashed through yoga comes from the fact that their lives really change after they pick it up. So what often happens is that they would change the diet, their lifestyle, they would change their life priorities, the outlook on life, maybe even they would change the circle of people that they surround themselves with. And this is not because they're being brainwashed or that their soul is being taken by the devil. It's simply because this is the way of self-care and self-development. So this is actually a real benefit of yoga, and I'm super happy to see it every time it happens. And I've witnessed it over 15 years of teaching yoga many times. How people change their life and work balance, how they got rid of some toxic relationships, how they changed their career path entirely so that they follow their heart. Those are the side effects of yoga. To sum up, I would advise you to be your own teacher and your own guru rather than rely on somebody to tell you what to do, what to feel, because nobody can be inside your own skin. Now, if you agree with this approach to yoga, and also maybe you would like to get to know some tips how to include yoga into your daily life, then you can check my channel. For example, this series about yoga and anxiety, dealing with anxiety, and I encourage you to subscribe. Stay tuned, because we will see again soon.